Going on YouTube? Hayden back with another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we'll be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Bitcoin Cash to Bitcoin. If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, as well as leave a giant thumbs up if you like the video. Mainly do so because I am doing a giveaway at 5,000 subscribers. We are so close, so thank you to all who have turned on and joined the Crypto TV community. I am doing a merchandise giveaway at 5K, so have post notifications on so you don't miss out on that. Otherwise, I did get a pretty new haircut. Everything looks hopefully nice. No more long hair. Not a fan of the long hair, so hopefully you guys like that. But otherwise, let's get into today's episode. We're going to be discussing why the market is going down and what to do when we see the market in a negative downtrend right now. So let's just jump into the coin market cap. I refreshed the page. We're looking at around a market cap of 253 billion, so nothing too bad. Definitely still down below that $300 billion mark that we seem to have trouble getting above. We have 24-hour volume of 11.8, which is pretty low in my opinion, and then we have a Bitcoin dominance at 47.5%. So also not too bad, not too bad. When we look at the top 10 coins, you can see for the most part we are down. There's only one coin seemingly doing just flatline, which is EOS, down only, up only 0.08%. So really no change in that. IOTA at number 10, down 11.43, taking the biggest hit out of the top 10 coins. We see Bitcoin down only 1.35%, still below that $7,000, unfortunately. Ethereum at 407, above the 400 mark, so that is a good sign. And then lastly, Litecoin at 74.25, only down around 1%, so nothing too bad. I really quickly wanted to show you guys an article. This is by Forbes, and it basically says the Bitcoin price could be in for a boost from fresh institutional support. And it says the Bitcoin price, which has been wallowing around 7,000 mark since a sell-off last week, could be in for a boost after it gets reported New York banking giant Goldman Sachs is mulling whether to get stuck into crypto. So that's definitely a good sign coming from Goldman Sachs. It said it is considered holding Bitcoin and cryptocurrency securities on behalf of funds, according to Bloomberg's report. In response to client interest in various digital products, we are exploring how to best serve them in this space. A spokesperson for Goldman Sachs told Bloomberg, at this point, we have not reached a conclusion on the scope of our digital asset offering. So it definitely seems like they're getting involved and at least dipping their toes in. So it definitely is a good sign in my book. If Goldman holds the securities on behalf of the funds, it would reduce the risk for clients. One of the biggest barriers to entry, the potential Bitcoin and cryptocurrency investor. So it's definitely a good sign, offering some type of security. It says if Goldman Sachs holds the securities on behalf, it would reduce the risk for the clients. So that's just nice to see. And that's pretty much just, I guess, a general statement about this article. It says right here, Goldman's move, if it does choose to offer custody of the crypto funds, we'll see it go head-to-head in Japan's Nomura Bank of New York Mellon, JP Morgan Chase, and Northern Trust, all of whom are thought to be working on or exploring custody offerings. So a lot of these institutional investors are definitely talking about cryptocurrency and want to get involved using the SEC, having exchange-traded funds, the ETF. But definitely pretty cool to see more banks deciding to get involved with something like this. Definitely good news, and when we see institutional investors start to put money into the currency, we may see a nice pop in the currency that we're looking for. But otherwise, let's just check out the Bitcoin chart right now. You can see Bitcoin on the 4-hour is trading quite low for right now. Clearly, there's some support at the bottom right here. I'll just draw this in really quick. Right there at around 7,000, 6,900. So nothing too crazy. We were in that oversold territory, and we are finally coming back up into a more neutral area, so that definitely looks good. I think right now the price is just consolidating, but I do think it will move up fairly soon. Moving on to the daily. So looking at the daily, there is plenty of potential for this coin to go down, and that's the problem. If you look at this uptrend right here, you know, this is just not a seemingly nice uptrend. You know, at some point this does have to come back down. It is not a sustainable long-term uptrend. So that pullback was necessary, and because we were overbought on the price level, I was anticipating a run downwards. Nothing to this extreme, but honestly, I wasn't surprised when I saw it. I thought we would come back down to that high-low MMA and then regain support there. but it seems like we're taking a bigger hit. Clearly, the level that it's going to go down to and where it seems to go down to is where the inverse head and shoulders started from, right here. And you can see that's where it's going to hold support right there. Hopefully regain momentum and then move back up to its high-low MMA on the daily and hopefully break above that. Now, when I zoom a little more out to the weekly, you guys can see really what exactly is happening. We're coming back down to retest main support on this high-low MMA on the weekly. You can see we're in clear water for the RSI at around 45, but to come back down, retest that high-low MMA does look good, and then hopefully we can bounce up off that and continue to move up higher. Obviously, there is some major resistance at the $8,300 level, but I do think we will get back up there very soon, and I don't think we're going to break below the weekly high-low MMA. I think that's a major support that we're going to ride on for quite some bit, and then hopefully bounce up off of that. Looking at Litecoin right now, Litecoin does seem to be looking quite nice, definitely playing out some very interesting moves. Yesterday, we saw the coin go right back up to 77, which is pretty awesome that we shot up that quick. And I was anticipating us to hold on to the support right there, but clearly it wanted to fall short again. And you can see where this was acting as a resistance now, unfortunately, pulling back down here. So my best advice in situations like this is just to hold on for the long term. Honestly, there's really no point in shorting something like this. It's better to just hold on to the currency, maybe buy in at a lower price right here. But you can see we're double bottoming right now, so that is also a good sign that we could continue to move up. And another thing to notice as I zoom out, you can also see we were oversold, and now we're entering a more neutral territory. But looking at the daily, you guys can see, hopefully, you know, it's tough to say where the bottom of Litecoin could be. It's definitely possible that 73 could be the bottom, and this definitely is a massive resistance in terms of price action. You can see this yellow resistance line coming right through the market, right below the high-low MMA, and I do think when we finally find a level of support that's strong, we should hopefully break through that downtrend right here, this 8 months of downtrend, break up very strong and move right back up to 100 to around $125, pretty fair, like fairly quick. So I do think consolidation is needed. I do think movement is definitely in need, and that is kind of what we're seeing. You guys can see we had a few days of just trading sideways, and it still looks like we are trading sideways for the most part, again still below that downtrend right here. So one nice thing to notice is that the high-low MMA is finally coming in on the weekly, so that's going to start acting as a nice support. So that's personally why I think 70 to 73 is the bottom, you know, for Litecoin. I do think the price is exhausted. It finally caught up to levels of certainty, and I do think it is due to make a move very soon. You know, after 8 months of downtrend, we're due for some type of bull run, or at least to break that that resistance level and slowly move back up into the upside. But that's basically my opinion on Ethereum. Lastly, Ethereum, as I drew, on Litecoin. Lastly, for Ethereum, of the top 3 blue chip cryptocurrencies, we're trading sideways again, which is interesting. You can clearly see there's another support down here that it seems to just want to trade sideways on. You can see where this kind of congestion is in the past. If I just show you right here, you can see the inverse head and shoulders that formed right here, followed by a massive movement upwards, or that double bottom. But we're found support back there. Again, the market right now is really just looking for a bottom. We're looking for a bottom. We're looking for that exhaustion point. Once we find that, I do think we're going to slowly move back up into areas of definitely higher highs. You know, that's really what everybody's looking for. But I do think because we're below on the high-low MMA, we are due for a pullback upwards, and we should move back up to where those lines are in the purple. Lastly, let's just check out Bitcoin Cash. So really quick, I just want to draw on a support right here. And you can also notice that there is a downtrend forming on the crypto right here, I'd like to say. So you can clearly see, I got rid of the RSI for right now, that there is a big downtrend right here that has been playing off on the currency for quite some time, similar to all the other ones. They all seem to be following the same trend, same downtrend right here. Although you can see on the daily that we are below the high-low MMA, so that does give us plenty of potential to move back up higher. You can see we kind of teeter-tottered on being oversold, came back up pretty quickly, and you can see we are kind of retracing and hitting up on this, let's see how long this resistance was, since since May 5th, so quite a long time, around 3 months, a little over 3 months of just straight downtrend, and we can finally are starting to play around and try to retest that. I do think we're going to find a bottom right around here, and hopefully with that we should be able to break through and again go back up to that high-low MMA. But otherwise, that's going to sum up the video for today, guys. Sorry for rambling a little bit. Kind of got a lot of stuff going on with other channels and stuff, but otherwise, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.